Hey, what's up? Ryan Kearns here. Today I'm going to talk to you about flow and what that means to me, and also like the overall concept of flow and then how it can apply to different areas of your business. I think it's super interesting. It's going to be really helpful. So stay tuned to the end of this episode so I can help you out with that. It's going to be great. All right, let's do it. Welcome to the great journey. The journey to meet the smartest entrepreneurs of our day and learn the world's best marketing tactics. I've been in marketing for 10 years, and the best thing I've learned about is launch campaigns. Join us as we interview leading experts, talk about marketing that causes success, and launch some amazing projects that will have an impact on the world forever. My name is Ryan Kearns, and this is the Launch Lab. Hey, so Ryan Kearns here, and I just wanted to quickly talk about flow. I used to get stuck in all my business ventures by thinking about the outcome that's at the end of the road and just running towards it, right? And not being able to let go at all and just staying stuck on that outcome and moving towards it kind of keeps you in this rigid place where creation and creativity and making solutions for people almost is impossible. It's just not how it generally works when you're trying to create something of value that you're bringing to a marketplace, right? So let me rewind a little bit. When you are creating something, it's about bringing a solution to a problem to the market, right? People are experiencing this specific problem, and it's our job to bring the solution to that problem, right? Any other way of looking at entrepreneurship or business is delusional at best, okay? The main purpose of our jobs is to develop solutions to problems, okay? And once I started to understand that, I would think about these problems, right? These big problems. I would develop a solution, and I would continually just be stuck on what that solution is. I would have defined in my mind, this is how to solve that problem. This is exactly how you do it, and this is what I'm going to, basically sell to other people to help them solve their problem. And I would continue running towards that, right? And that rigid view kind of kept me stuck in a lot of places. Like, it got me more stuck, basically, because I would be creating in order to create that thing, but I wouldn't have the fluid capabilities of molding something into what it needs to be to the market, okay? So the important thing to realize is just because you can solve a problem a specific way doesn't mean that's how other people want their problem solved, and it doesn't mean that's how other people want the solution delivered. It doesn't mean that's how other people see the problem or understand the problem themselves, right? And so sometimes we get stuck, we get in our own way. This happens to me, like, it used to happen all the time. Like, I would just be in my own way, basically, because I was stuck on the outcome, and I was also stuck on the solution that I was providing, and I was also stuck on the problem that I was solving, and I had them very defined, and I would run towards them. But little did I know, well, I realized after studying and time and looking at things and really diving in, I started to see, like, oh, I get it. So people start with one thing, and it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be that thing forever, because sometimes it turns into something completely different. Once you start, that's part of the idea of flow to me, is the ability to be fluid in the way that you create your solution. So instead of being rigid and saying, this is the problem, this is the solution, this is how I'm going to deliver it, pay me money, right? That only works. That works perfectly, but only after the solution, the problem, and the delivery is defined by the market, okay? All of these companies that you see having huge success, they start out with what they think they're creating. and they end up with what they're actually creating, right? So it's not going to be completely rigid. It's going to be very fluid, very flowy from point A to point B. For example, this very project, right? I started it off by talking about membership websites, courses, and basically just membership websites. I wanted to help people build monthly recurring membership sites. I still do. I think that's an amazing product to have as part of your business. I think it's incredibly valuable to have that monthly income coming in to keep the lights on, to keep employees paid, etc. And I think it's really powerful to offer the lower price point at a longer term window, like per monthly payments for society as a whole, because they'll be able to get those products at a cheaper price. And if it doesn't work out, they can cancel. And if it does work out, it just continually brings in income for the business owner, brings value to the person that bought it. Okay, so I still stand by that. However, as I'm talking to people, as I'm seeing what people want, I am developing, right? I have to take what the market is giving me and develop a product or service that solves the problems that they're seeing, right? If I were to go in and say, no, I only help people with membership sites and I only do it in this way and I only deliver it by this method and it's a course, I could have success. I might even have success, right? But what am I basing all those decisions off of that make it a good, responsible decision as a business owner? Just what I want and just basing it off of thin air, off of the ideas in my own head? That is what we're really ultimately trying to avoid here, is making irresponsible decisions based on what we think in our head. Because guys, I got a secret to tell you, and it's that our brain doesn't always have our best interests. Our brain doesn't always lead us down the right path. We have to take control of that, though, by realizing that really what a marketer's job is, what a business owner's job is to react to the realities of the world around them, to react to the market, is what we would say, based on their reactions to the things that we're putting out, based on what they're telling us, based on the problems that they're having, right? We can't go in with our expectations, with our judgments, with our preconceived ideas of what is needed. We need to go in with a clear slate, a free mind, and the flowing ability to start at point A and end up at a completely new point B. So my current project, excuse me, I just got a itch on my nose there. My current project has now morphed into something completely different. I started off wanting to make a membership site that helps membership site owners, right? People have done that. It's successful. People know how to do that. It's, there's a business model already there that's working. But I am at the point now where I see where the problems are. People are clearly communicating not only the problems that they have, but what they want to receive that would make their life easier, make their life better, make them more money, make them happier, and make them feel like they're on the right path, so that the work that they're doing doesn't go to waste. And so I'm taking what they're giving me and I'm creating what they want and giving it back to them, right? And it's something completely different than what I started out with. And in fact, I was talking to my business coach today, and he's like, okay, we can do this. We can go down that path. But I want you to realize that 28 days ago, this project was something completely different, right? And he was just saying that to inform me, to let me know, like, look, yeah, we can do that. That sounds amazing. You're doing it based off what the market is giving you, but I want you to stop for a second and realize that we've completely pivoted our stance from what we were originally looking at doing. And so that's when I had a bit of a wake-up call, and I realized that, well, everything in life, especially in business, is flowing and changing all the time. It's part of the reason why I named this project Flow, and it's why I do what I do. Is it's part of the bigger picture here, is that if you go in with these rigid points of view and these rigid ideas of what's going to work, it's going to be nearly impossible to get to where you need to go, because because it takes that pivoting, it takes that finding what the market wants and needs, and where their pain points are and how you can solve their problems for them in order to create something that's actually valuable to the marketplace that can be sold for a long time and really provide an overall service and solution that people want to keep on buying day in and day out. And so it takes that point of view, it takes that mindset, that's what it takes. It takes the idea of flow, right? Of flowing and not being rigid, like water, right? Water flows down the river. It doesn't automatically just freeze into ice and become a solid block where it has to be this specific way and there's no other way. It flows around the rocks. It flows through the rocks, and it continues changing and moving in order to, I guess you could say, please Mother Earth, right? Where Mother Earth would be the market. If our business is a stream, we're constantly changing and moving and flowing in order to please the market and provide them with solutions that will fix the problems that they have. Okay? So that's kind of what I wanted to share today, and to keep the ball rolling in this direction, here's a really cool example of being in flow and doing things because they help the business, doing things because you're testing things, also doing things because you want to see how the market reacts. The Salt Cave, it's called the Salted Pixie. We've been working with them for a while. We've built their websites, we've done advertising campaigns, reputation management. We've basically given them every single product that we have, every single service that we do for businesses. We've done all of them for this one specific business, and it's a salt cave, which sounds really interesting because it is. Now, here's something interesting that they did that would get a lot of hatred and maybe a lot of like second glances, like why would they do that, right? And even myself, when I saw what they did, I wanted to look closer, like how is this, right, gonna help? And what they did was they have this front storeroom basically, right, where it's retail stuff for sale. And they have tea and they have different things that they sell to people there as well. So people would come in and they would walk around, they would maybe buy something, maybe not. But recently what they did, out of a moment of inspiration, of intuition, the owner said, you know what we're going to do? We're going to put a tea bar in the front where now our tea is going to become free. It's free for you to make your own cup of tea. Now, immediately you go why would he do that? You're buying all that inventory of tea and then just giving it away for free. What would be the purpose of that? Well, we started looking at the numbers and what actually happened, right? This started out as an unknown. It started out as a hunch, as an intuition type thing, as a feeling, I know I can do this one thing and I think it will be a really good idea, right? So she did it, but we were looking at the numbers, we were looking at what actually happened, and here's what actually happens. People create their cup of tea, and then they're there to stay. They walk around that retail area a little bit more. They feel the intense pleasure of the tea. They feel like they need to give back because they got something for free, and they feel grateful, pretty much. And it brings them this really warm and fuzzy feeling inside. And then they see a necklace that they really love, and so they decide, you know what, I'm going to buy this necklace, even though maybe it's a little pricey, or even though I didn't come here to buy a necklace, I wasn't in the market for a necklace when I got here. I had a free cup of tea, I relaxed, I walked around more, I felt better, I felt grateful to this place of business, and then I decided to buy something extra. So that is what is happening. You can watch the people, they come in, they don't expect to see the tea bar there, they see it, they go, oh my god, that's so cool, they start making tea, and then next thing you know, they're buying some of the products in the retail store. And it's because it creates a better experience for the customer, and it also creates an atmosphere where they're willing to stay longer and spend more. So it's just a higher value experience for a higher value from each customer. And the part that I want to get to is that, okay, so how is that flowing? How is that tie into what we're talking about? Well, it's flow, right? If you maintain that rigid idea that I buy something, I sell something, so I make money, right? But if you're able to break out of that rigid thinking and think in terms of how you can create an experience that people will love, how you can solve problems for people that they have, right? And how you can serve people with what they want, not with what you want. It changes the whole way that you look at it. It changes your whole perspective, and you're able to step back and go, hey, wait a minute. What if I tried to do this really cool thing that would make it a better experience, that would make people stay longer and be happier, and maybe they'll buy more things, right? I was extremely impressed at how Tiffany was able to break out of that normal everyday thinking and try something new that seems risky, right? And at face value, you look at that, you go, that is risky. Like, why would you do that? But at looking at the numbers, at looking how everything went, it was a bold decision that paid off. And it's just another form of how you need to be flowing. And another one with that same business owner real quick is that she started off wanting to create a sensory experience for kids, and that's how it all started. But over time, her idea morphed and changed and flowed into giving something to the community that we live in, giving something of value, right? Something that people actually need, something that's going to help people heal from being sick, something that people, and in case you don't know about salt caves, that's what they're for, right? They're for, they help heal our body from a lot of skin things, from lung things, from, I'm not a doctor, lung things, skin things, and throat things, like whatever, right? Breathing in the salt is really good for the inside of our body and the outside of our body, our skin. So it was valuable. It was a solution to a problem, people getting sick, and it's positioned beautifully, right? It's also a solution to the problem of people needing to relax and get rid of stress and anxiety. And there's a ton of solutions actually embedded in that one business. And so she was able to flow into creating something that's more valuable than what she started out with, which is my entire point, is being open to the possibilities and the conversations that you're having and the solutions that you can provide to these people so you can solve their problems. That's what it's all about. And for myself, that means, everybody keeps asking me for the same things, to be honest. It's actually been really eye-opening to have all of these one-on-one coaching with people for free. They all, literally, I had 4 or 5 people this week, all free coaching calls, all asked me for one very specific thing that I am now able to create, because they're saying, this is what I need that will solve my problems. My problem is this, the solution would look like this, and that's what I want. And so then I go, okay, great. Like, I'll just go create that, right? Why would I try and reinvent the wheel and think of all these new things when they're telling me exactly what they need to be successful? And so that there's no better feeling in the world than providing them with exactly what they wanted. And then saying, okay, here's what you wanted, but I also added this, and this that you probably didn't already think about. So it's that bonus value. It's that more valuable experience. And then that's how you create winning results. That's how you create really good reciprocity and good feelings from all the people that you're working with. It's by giving more than they expect. It's by providing them with the solution that they need to their specific problems. That's my message. Remember, everything flows. Flow means so much to me. It means, the ability to work in flow, right? Working on something that's not too hard, not too easy, so you can get lost in the process and create something valuable. It also means not staying so rigid and being able to change and mold your product or service over time. And it also means coming at it from a standpoint of just like an overall lifestyle, right? A flowy, open lifestyle where I get to go work from wherever I want. And today I spent a lot of time at Panera Bread. I spend time at Panera Bread, Starbucks, Target, anywhere that has Wi-Fi, really. I'll just hang out there and work. And I can do that whenever I want. I could go home if I wanted to. It's just a little bit off the beaten path from where I drop my daughter off at school. So it's a little bit a little bit different, but we're going to be moving soon closer to the school. So I'm hoping I'll be able to just work from home all the time in my pajamas without ever leaving, because my daughter could just take the bus to school. But for now, we're in this weird transition phase. I don't want to get too into my personal life, but that's what's going on, where I'm literally working right now. I'm at a soccer field. I'm going to probably go play soccer in a minute because I feel like it and I can. And there's no boss to tell me that I can't do that. There's no one saying, hey, Ryan, you have to create content. You have to create videos and podcasts. I get to decide what I want to do on my own terms. And that is the beauty of owning your own business, going where you want to go and being in flow, right? All right. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. And so have a great day and go make some money. Peace. Hey, thanks for watching. Real quick, are you in the Smart Entrepreneurs Launch Lab? If not, you've got to get in there. Here's what's going on. I am completely sharing my entire journey to launching a 7-figure business right in front of your eyes inside that group. And also, I'm inviting people to do interviews. I'm collaborating with people. We are launching some amazing projects that will benefit the world in a huge way. And we're getting the smartest people we can find to join that group. So it's just a really valuable, incredible place to be around people that are smarter than you. So do yourself a favor, join the group in 2020. You won't regret it. Click the link below this video to join the Smart Entrepreneurs Launch Lab, and I'll see you on the inside. Bye.